always find it hard to tell people what it is like to experience a panic attack. The overflowing of emotions is just way too much to articulate. Just one of those things you have to experience for yourself. That is, until I played a little game called Celeste. It follows the story of a girl called Madeline climbing a mountain. Simple task, but she is held back by herself the entire way. The game starts out simple, just a bit of jumping, nothing too difficult. Later on in the game, you meet a character called Part of Me, which is her anxiety personified. The voice inside her head coming out, halting her progress. Part of Me starts to talk about giving up climbing the mountain. I'll touch about her a bit later. But as soon as she is released, her entire surrounding changes. The once solid rock blocks are now being able to gone through. At the end of the level, Madeline reaches a payphone, talking to a mysterious person, when she figures out that she was just in a dream all along. She wakes up and travels the exact same path as she did when she was dreaming, but with no obstacles. She reaches the exact same payphone as before and calls her mother, saying she is overwhelmed. Her mother, who knows about her panic attacks, tries her best to comfort her the best she could, telling her to focus on her breathing. As a person who suffers from frequent panic attacks, this game hits the nail on the head so many times. The character, Part of Me, portrays the voice inside your head when suffering from a panic attack so well. The voice always telling you aren't good enough. Give up. You're worthless without me. She's one of the main obstacles in the game preventing you from going further. Madeline's own mind is stopping her from advancing and doing the things she actually wants to do, just like your brain is when it's suffering from a panic attack. I haven't spoken about the character named Theo yet. He is Madeline's friend she meets climbing the mountain. The entire conversation they have at the campfire is just fantastic. It explains what happens to a person's mind when in a panic attack. And I just can't explain it with the words, just watch. When they reach a gondola, they activate and start to climb, but part of me stops in its tracks, causing it to halt. This causes Madeline to go through a panic attack, but Theo calms it down by giving a coping mechanism he was taught at a young age to try to calm himself down. She ends up calming down, causing part of me to leave in the gondola to reach the top. Here is where the writing becomes brilliant. Later on, Madeline tries to confront part of me trying to set her free. Part of me starts to freak out and trapping Madeline. Madeline starts to freak out herself and uses the coping mechanism that she was taught. But part of me stops it in its tracks, causing her to go right back into the spiral vortex of her own mind. I find that part absolutely brilliant. It's just that no matter how good a coping mechanism is, how good it works, it just doesn't matter in the middle of a panic attack. Your mind just gets cloudy, can't think straight at all. You lose control of your brain, basically. The voice in your head overpowers everything else with the words, "You aren't good enough, worthless, give up." You're just wasting the time. But I digress. I could go on for hours about how good this game is and how well it portrays anxiety and a tad bit of depression itself. I hope that covers it well enough to explain how painful and how hard it is to actually go through a panic attack. Thank you for your time and goodbye.